The human core is the interaction of air and muscular tension that aids in spinal rigidity. The core is not just a single muscle, but rather it's a combination of different type of muscles. And so at the top is you have your diaphragm that kind of sits at the bottom of your rib cage. And so you want everything in perfect alignment with one another, compressing down to increase the intra-abdominal pressure within your thoracic cavity and your abdominal area. And so when you position your body perfectly and it's perfectly aligned on top of one another, that allows you to create a very rigid spine. And that allows you to be able to protect your spine and protect your body from getting injured when you're lifting something heavy. An egg is a great illustration. It will endure more force from a properly aligned vertical position than in any other configuration. Our core is the same way. That's why it's harder to crack an egg when it's vertically aligned properly. So like the egg, we want everything to be stacked properly in a nice vertical position. As you can see here, everything is in nice alignment. I am bracing with my core, and that allows me to be able to have a rigid spine so I can produce a lot of force. Bill Hartman, who is a physical therapist, has changed the way we think about how we breathe and how that impacts our rib cage and leads to structural dysfunctions. Core stability starts with the breath. Take a breath in and tense like you're about to get hit in the stomach. Now hold that and breathe into that tension. Feel your back expand and chest inflate and pelvic floor tense. That's optimal lifting mechanics. Whether picking up a weight or a child from the ground, this is a key concept that will save your back. This is called bracing and should be used when lifting heavy objects. Also, some common core exercises is one shown here, the dead bug. But as you can see, I'm doing this one wrong. So what we want to do is to keep that core area stabilized, the spine pressed down into the ground with that neutral spine, and tensing, utilizing that bracing method, which means we're taking air into the intra-abdominal cavities, pelvic floor, thoracic cavity, and we are compressing everything together to help with that rigidity of the spine. And we also have other variations that you can utilize. For example, we can do some rotation within the spine to kind of help with musculature within the abdominal area. And then another variation that's good is the bird dog, which helps with the posterior chain and muscles in the back of our body. But a lot of times people forget about carries, which is just holding a weight and utilizing that static strength. Whereas we're just holding a dumbbell and just standing. We can also do unilateral carries, which allows us to be able to activate a single side. So it's going to be the opposite side that you're going to feel the tension on. And the nice thing about these is you can really increase the weight and really practice stabilizing that core. Core is not a single muscle, but rather it's a group of different muscles that come together to allow you to be able to build a lot of pressure within your intra-abdominal cavities. And so when you're able to create this pressure, then it allows you to be able to have a very rigid, strong spine. This is important because it prevents injury down the road. So something I always like to say is movement is medicine, but movement with a specific purpose allows us to get a specific outcome. So just be careful of the way in which you're lifting and think about bracing so that you can be able to save yourself and save your body later down the road. Thank you, and I'll see you guys next time.